Hey friends, today I'm going to show you my in-depth, complete 3A hair routine. I just got done with my workout. I'm snuggling with my poodle. My hair is about, 4 or 5 days. You can see it's really stretched out. One thing I always do before wash day is a little pre-wash day assessment where I'm asking myself, how does my scalp feel? How is the elasticity of my hair? What do I want to achieve on this wash day? Do I just want some beachy waves? Do I want more definition? How long do I want my hair to last? So I have multiple styling routines. Today I'm going to show you my go-to 3A hairstyling for reduced frizz. Okay, so I'm trying to make this tutorial as detailed as possible. With this style, I'm going to section my hair into 3 sections, and I am going to get my hair super, super wet. That is how you go for the most frizz-free results, which by the way, I was going to film my whole wash day, but it was just too much doing one video. So if you want to see how I cleanse, condition, deep condition, treat, clarify, scalp treatment, all of that on wash day, let me know in the comments. So first I saturate my hair all the way through. Then I go in with this method. I'm going to use a light curl cream and a light hold, followed by a strong hold product at the end, which I'll explain. So right now I'm going in, I'm using Luxe Curl Supreme 4-in-1 Hydrating Cream, a decent amount, and I'm raking it through. And while I'm raking it through, I'm feeling for any loose, rough patches on my hair strand. If there is a rough patch on your hair strand, it's probably too dry and it needs to be more saturated with water before you add your product. So after I have applied my curl cream, I'm going to go in with a light hold curl styling serum. This is also by Luxe. I'm going to rake this in all over this first layer, and I like to just put my hair in between my fingers to really feel for any rough areas. Then I'm going to go in with my Denman brush. It has these little bees on it. I'm obsessed with it. It's the classic 7-row. This is a really great size for a pattern similar to mine. And I'm going to just section my hair into 1-inch sections and brush through. And make sure you're starting at the root, lifting up towards the sky. That's going to give you volume, and then brushing all the way out. The purpose of using this brush is to reduce frizz and create definition, and we're going to make a little bit of volume by brushing up and away from your scalp. It just helps to lift your hair shaft early on in the process. So I'm going to go through this entire layer, again, creating tension within the hair strand. Don't be tempted to take too big of clumps. Like, you want to make sure the clumps you're taking are like 1 inch. And then I always focus in on the back to smooth out so you don't have like a weird back part that falls funny, and that is going to help combat that. Now we're going to move on to the second layer. I like to gather that first layer together and pinch it just to kind of keep it out of the way, and then take down my second layer. With the second layer, you are going to do the same thing. Section out a good amount of hair and just pinch to the top. Now this layer will probably be even a little bit more dry, so make sure you are adding a good amount of water to saturate your hair strand. I'm using a spray mist bottle that I highly recommend. It's just different than a regular spray bottle. It distributes the water better, and it's a smaller molecule, and I'm focusing in on the ends. Those are what tend to dry out first, and I want to make sure they're super wet before I apply my product. The purpose, again, is to make sure your hair is as smooth as it can possibly be, as like you're starting with a clean slate. So before you put any products on it, that way when you do apply your products, it will help keep the hair shaft smooth. Then I'm going to go in with my curl cream and I'm going to rake it in all along that section of hair. Again, I'm going to grab the Tralux Reflex. This is not sponsored, by the way. I just have been using these products and loving them. Curl Styling Serum. And I'm going to rake it all around this section of hair and make sure to distribute it as best as I can. This is another reason I like to use the Denman brush on top of this, is because it really helps distribute the product evenly to make sure every single part of your hair is getting distributed, which is going to help reduce frizz. Exact same thing on the other side. I always like to focus on the fronts of my hair that are going to be face framing my hair. It's going to help really increase the curl pattern and give it a little bit more control right around my face. Again, focusing in on the back, going up, lifting up towards the ceiling to help fill in that back part and create volume. And you can see my hair is starting to take to a curl pattern there. Then I'm going to secure that layer of hair and go in with the last layer. Now this area is pretty dry, as you can see, so first I'm going to saturate it with water really well. So once I'm fully saturated my hair, I am going to set my part before I apply any product. So I'm going to set my part a little off center and just comb my hair over. This is going to establish that part before you do any curl training or apply any products. Again, I'm feeling the ends. I like to run the hair through my fingers because my fingers can help me determine if there are any dry spots. And if there are, I'm going to mist them with water to just smooth the hair shaft and calm any frizz. By the way, your hair does need moisture from products, but your hair also needs hydration from water. That's why it's super important in the shower that you are washing your hair with like soaking it in water to get it fully saturated. Now in this section, I always focus right around my face. I hate it when I finish my style and it is frizzy around my face. So I'm going to apply my products, rake them in, focusing around my face, both sides. And then I'm going to go in and style it, /smooth it, /lift the hair cuticle with my Denman brush. By the way, if you are wanting more information or just to learn how to completely transform your curls in a simplified way, check out the link below. You can join my online Curls Academy where I teach you everything you need to know with setting up a healthy hair care routine to all different styling routines to 5-minute updos, pretty much everything you need to know about curly hair to rock it consistently and love it, you will find in Online Curls Academy. So again, I'm just going to brush this up, and away to create volume. And again, try not to use too big of sections. If you do, you can go back through and break them up. Lastly, I'm going to micro plop with my t-shirt. You can also use a microfiber towel. I'm just going through here and gently micro plopping, but I really consider this like a micro press almost against my head. Being careful to not break up those curl clumps, but also remove moisture from your hair. And you can see there are some beautiful curl clumps happening here. Reduce frizz, really happy with it. Okay, so I let my hair dry about 30% and now I'm going to start to diffuse. I always start diffusing by root clipping. This is just going to help lift the hair shaft off your scalp to create volume. So I do both sides around my part and then one in the back. And then I'm going to switch my blow dryer on to medium heat. Of course, always using a diffuser. This is the Orchid diffuser. I love it. I've had this in my blow dryer obviously for years. So I'm going to do medium heat and medium airflow. Now the key here is to not direct the diffuser toward the ceiling, like against the grain of your hair. That's just going to create frizz. You want to kind of hold it parallel to the floor. So like depending on how your head's, turning, it might be a little bit different than that. But like that should kind of be the goal. It should be facing like parallel to the floor, not facing up to where it's like causing frizz. And then I just do a mixture of like my hair is long, so like the long hair strand, and then I will switch to my scalp. Okay, so my hair is about 90% dry right now. And so I've used a curl cream to style it. I used a light serum to put on top of that curl cream. I air dried it 30%, diffused it to 90% to where we're at now. And here is where I add the hold. So today I'm gonna use Strictly Curls Curl Enhancing Styling Foam. You can use like a strong hold gel. I really have been loving the way mousse works for this. I'm going to use a tiny bit and I'm going to emulsify, and then I'm going to praying hands it. Okay, now the old me would have thought this would never have worked, but it's actually been working really well. This is going to help reduce frizz and hold that curl pattern in. See that? Yes, it feels a little producty. And again, this is for a style I would use, like, I want this to last me a few days with reduced frizz and added definition because I'm gonna be shooting some videos. So I wouldn't do this like on a day that I'm running errands or going to the beach, or a day I just want like light curls. This is like if you're doing curls for a video shoot, curls that you can count on. I guess that's what we should call this style. Okay, so now I have that in. I'm going to scrunch it and see how great these clumps look. Now I'm gonna finish the rest of the 10% diffusing. We'll also go over my part. I'm not trying to like apply a ton of product, but again, this is going to just hold all that work I did. It's gonna hold in moisture. It's going to seal my curl pattern. And I'm going to now dry this 100% dry. When I start getting to the final stages of drying, I like to do this little comb and pull with my fingers. See how I'm combing it through my roots and lifting them and then putting the diffuser right underneath. It's going to create airflow. And again, this helps with volume. And these are the final results for my 3A Reduced Frizz Curly Hair Care routine. You can see I have plenty of definition. My frizz is very minimal, great curl clumps. I'm so happy with these results. If this video was helpful, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel and let me know what was helpful or anything else you'd like to know more about curly or wavy hair care. If you want to embrace your natural hair pattern, I have a really great resource for you. It's called Online Curls Academy, where I've basically taken all of my knowledge about curly and wavy hair care and put it inside one online course for you to access. Just check for the link below.